The year was 1629. King Louis XIII had a so-called hunting lodge built, replaced sometime later by a stone and brick chateau. King Louis XIV inherited this small chateau. In 1666, the sovereign embarked on major building work. Over 50 years, he continued to extend and transform what became Europe's largest chateau, known to be the Palace of Versailles. Architect Louis Deveau designed two symmetrical grand apartments for the king and queen. Now, how can we determine that these timelines given are indeed true? Well, I guess you're gonna have to stay tuned and find out.
You can change it in a nick of time, even if you decide to leave the stars behind. You say one word, I say amazing. You say one word, I say amazing.
Before I go any further with this subject, I would like to show a few photos concerning the timeline around the years these events took place. Some of you will probably be offended because it contradicts what you believe, depending on what religion and faith you live by, given the content. I did not produce this video to purposely offend those of religious beliefs. So if you feel you are sensitive to certain imagery or information given in this presentation, then feel free to exit. Otherwise, continue watching. So without further ado, let's get started. Take a good look at this photo. The year on this coin says 1659. Or does it? Look a little closer, and you'll find that what the educational systems call a 1 in front of the 6 is in fact the letter I, which means the actual year on this coin is 659. If you look at the other side of the coin towards the bottom, now those three numbers are actual ones. You can clearly differentiate the two quite easily. Looks to me like they added 1,000 years to our timeline, guys. You're probably wondering what the I stands for, right? We'll get to that in a second. You see, these coins were produced around the 12 and 1900s, if we're going off of the traditional timeline that the majority of us know. But now that I sort of broken it down for you with the coins shown previously, we can agree that the actual year is around 200 and 900 AD. AD meaning Anno Domini, which means in the year of the Lord. Now back to what the I stands for on the coin. The name Jesus had so many different other translations, such as Yeshua for Hebrew, Jesus for Greek, and Jesus for Latin, which starts with an I. The I could stand for Jesus, or Jesus, of course, you know, in the year of the Lord. But that's open for discussion. And feel free to place your comments and thoughts down below. I am not saying that I have found the answers, or feel like I've just unlocked another door to the Pandora's box. But I will say that I am willing to take the approach for the sake of truth. Now that we've got that part out of the way, we can continue to discuss the materials and findings that I've encountered concerning the Palace of Versailles. You ever wonder why they don't build like this anymore? Or if they can even replicate such a precise and elegant structure? I mean, just look at the precision and detail of this build. You would think that as time goes on, we would advance, finding even better and faster ways to build such structures, right? Well, for as long as I've lived, given the 33 years I've been around, hence 33, I can't recall encountering such a structure built in the more recent times. So it led me to think more and more about this conspiracy. I started doing some extensive research and came across a YouTube channel that goes by the name of Conspiracy R Us, which I'll leave in the description box below. A video titled Waste Management and the Great Stink really sparked my attention and motivated me to create content on YouTube. This video being one of them. So let's move along. What you are seeing right now is called the Ponce de Leon, aka the Ponce. It was an exclusive and luxury hotel, built by a millionaire developer and Standard Oil co-founder Henry Morrison Flagler in 1888. The location is found in St. Augustine, Florida. Funny thing is, there's no construction photos to be found. Now keep in mind, this hotel had 504 rooms and was considered a 5-star resort. Now you would think that with such a luxury and exclusive hotel built by a millionaire, they would have bathrooms to go with the rooms, right? Well, unfortunately, there was only one. That's right. Out of all 504 rooms, only one bathroom for some odd reason. That reason leaving me to believe that there had to be a clearer explanation and reason for such engineering. Are you following along? You see, the Palace of Versailles lacked waste management. In fact, upon researching, I came to find that it lacked toilets. And in the area that I highlighted reads, the splendid palace became known as one of the filthiest in the world. I find that quite odd. One of the filthiest places in the world, but so luxurious and elegant, and yet it's being described as one of the world's stinkiest places in the world? Anyway, let's read along. In the highlighted area here, it reads, the only people who had actual toilets were the king, the queen, and the dauphin. And these were not installed until 1768. It seems strange, though, that iron pipes could be dug to provide water for the fountains and the gardens, but not to carry away wastes. Are you with me now? Folks, I think we can all agree that it just doesn't make any sense at all to have such amazingly built quality, let alone the engineering it takes to construct and assemble these royal domains, than to end up with no waste management at all. For what reason? So many rooms, but no bathrooms? No waste management? I mean, did I miss something in history class back in grade school? Or did they simply just put this one in their non-teachable subject folder and call it good? I mean, even the Roman Empire had waste management, and that was long before the Palace of Versailles was built. In the highlighted area here it reads, Roman built sewer systems to carry waste into streams and rivers. So you see, it just doesn't make any sense. You've got one of the largest and amazingly built royal domains, with iron pipes to provide water for the garden and fountains, but lack bathrooms for each individual room that any human being would find an essential. Perhaps it wasn't built for humans. Perhaps humans didn't build this royal domain. Perhaps it was built by and made for a different type of body. An incorruptible body. But I don't want to get into that now. I'll save it for a future video. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, tune in on Kingdom Within.
You say one word, I say amazing.